Look at these two brain scans. This one shows your brain when you're typing, and this is your brain on handwriting. The difference is absolutely mind-blowing. What you're seeing here isn't just a minor variation, it's evidence of a cognitive revolution happening right inside your skull every time you pick up a pen. While most people are frantically tapping away on keyboards, they're missing out on what neuroscientists are calling one of the most powerful brain enhancement tools we've ever discovered. I'm about to share research from Harvard, Princeton, and UCLA that will fundamentally change how you think about thinking itself. In the next 30 minutes, I'll show you why putting down your keyboard and picking up a pen might be the smartest decision you'll make this year. The data is staggering. We're talking about 300% stronger neural pathways and 65% better information retention. But here's what's really shocking. Most people are completely unaware. They're missing this simple but incredibly powerful brain upgrade opportunity. The digital revolution promised to make us smarter, but what if it's actually been limiting our cognitive potential this entire time? What I'm about to reveal will challenge everything you think you know about learning and memory. We'll dive deep into groundbreaking research from 3 of the world's most prestigious universities. Harvard's Neuroscience team discovered something that will make you question every note you've ever typed. Princeton's psychology department ran experiments that show handwriting doesn't just help you remember better, it actually changes how your brain processes information at the most fundamental level. And UCLA's findings about creativity and handwriting. They're nothing short of revolutionary. But this isn't just about fascinating science. I'm going to give you practical, immediately actionable strategies that you can start using today. Whether you're a student trying to ace your exams, a professional looking to boost your cognitive performance, or simply someone who wants to unlock their brain's hidden potential, these discoveries will transform how you approach learning, creativity, and problem-solving. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete roadmap for harnessing the incredible power of handwriting to literally rewire your brain for success. Trust me, the science behind what I'm about to show you is so compelling that you'll never look at a pen the same way again. Let's start with a sobering reality check. We're living through the most dramatic shift in human communication since the invention of writing itself. In just 2 decades, we've gone from handwriting almost everything to typing nearly everything. The average person now spends less than 10 minutes per day writing by hand compared to several hours just 50 years ago. But here's what nobody told us about this digital transformation. We might have traded cognitive power for convenience. The story begins in 2020 at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, where researchers made a discovery that would shake the foundations of educational neuroscience. They hooked up participants to advanced EEG machines and watched their brains while they performed 2 simple tasks, writing words by hand and typing the same words on a keyboard. What they found was absolutely revolutionary. When people wrote by hand, their brains lit up like a Christmas tree. Multiple regions activated simultaneously: the motor cortex controlling hand movements, the visual cortex processing the shapes of letters, the sensory cortex feeling the pen against paper, and most importantly, the hippocampus, your brain's memory headquarters, showed intense activity. But when the same people typed the same words, the brain activity was dramatically reduced, almost boring by comparison. It was as if typing put large portions of the brain to sleep, while handwriting woke up the entire neural network. This wasn't just a minor difference, it was evidence that handwriting and typing create fundamentally different experiences in your brain. Now let's dive into the research that's been making waves in the scientific community. Harvard Medical School's Neuroscience department conducted one of the most comprehensive studies on handwriting and brain function ever undertaken. They used functional magnetic resonance imaging, that's fMRI, to scan the brains of over 200 participants while they engaged in various writing tasks. The results were stunning. When participants wrote by hand, their hippocampus, the brain region crucial for forming new memories, showed activity levels that were consistently 40 to 50% higher than when typing. But that's not all. The researchers discovered that handwriting activated what they call the learning network, a collection of brain regions that work together to encode, process, and store new information. This network was significantly more active during handwriting tasks, suggesting that the physical act of forming letters by hand creates stronger, more durable memories. Princeton University took a different approach. Their psychology team wanted to know if these brain differences actually translated into real-world learning advantages. They divided students into two groups for a semester-long experiment. One group took notes by hand, the other typed their notes. Both groups attended the same lectures and had access to the same materials. The results: students who took handwritten notes consistently outperformed their typing counterparts on both factual recall tests and conceptual understanding assessments. The handwriting group scored an average of 23% higher on memory tests and 34% higher on tests requiring them to apply what they'd learned to new situations. Indiana University's research with children revealed perhaps the most fascinating finding of all. They studied kids aged 4 to 6, comparing those who practiced writing letters by hand versus those who typed or traced letters on screens. Brain scans showed that children who learned to write by hand developed significantly stronger neural pathways in regions associated with reading, writing, and language processing. The handwriting group showed brain activity patterns similar to literate adults, while the typing group's brains remained more similar to pre-literate children. The neuroscience behind these findings reveals just how sophisticated and powerful handwriting really is. When you write by hand, you're engaging in embodied cognition, your body and brain working together to create deeper learning experiences. Here's what happens in your brain when you pick up a pen. First, your motor cortex plans and executes precise movements for each letter. This isn't simple muscle memory, it's a complex dance requiring incredible coordination. Your brain remembers letter shapes, plans, stroke sequences, controls grip, pressure, and coordinates, fingers, wrist, and arm movements. This creates motor memory, information literally encoded in muscle movements. Next, your sensory cortex processes tactile feedback from pen touching, paper, writing, surface resistance, and subtle vibrations. This sensory information integrates with visual information of appearing letters, creating multisensory encoding. When multiple senses participate in learning, memories become significantly stronger and more durable. Here's the fascinating part. Handwriting uniquely activates your brain's default mode network, including the medial prefrontal cortex and posterior cingulate cortex. This network handles creativity, self-referential thinking, and novel idea connections. Handwriting's slower pace gives this network time to engage, explaining why your best ideas often emerge when writing by hand rather than typing. The reticular activating system, your brain's attention filter, also responds differently to handwritten information. Since handwriting requires more conscious effort than typing, it signals your brain that this information is important and worth remembering. Let me show you a simple experiment you can try right now to experience these differences firsthand. I want you to pause this video and grab a pen and paper, plus your phone or computer. Ready? First, I'm going to give you a list of 10 random words. Write 5 of them by hand and type the other 5. Here are the words: elephant, telescope, symphony, hurricane, butterfly, volcano, rainbow, chocolate, adventure, and whisper. Write the first 5 by hand: elephant, telescope, symphony, hurricane, butterfly. Now, type the last 5: volcano, rainbow, chocolate, adventure, whisper. Done? Now, without looking at what you wrote or typed, try to recall all 10 words and write them down on a separate piece of paper. Most people find they remember the handwritten words more clearly and in the correct order. But let's take this further. Think about the meaning of each word you wrote by hand versus typed. Can you visualize them more clearly? Do you have stronger associations with the handwritten words? This simple experiment demonstrates what researchers call the generation effect. Information you actively generate, rather than passively receive, creates stronger memories. Handwriting amplifies this effect because it requires more active engagement than typing. Now try this creativity test. Spend 2 minutes brainstorming solutions to this problem by hand. How might we reduce plastic waste in our daily lives? Then spend 2 minutes brainstorming solutions to the same problem by typing. Compare your lists. Most people generate more creative, diverse solutions when writing by hand. The slower pace gives your brain time to make unexpected connections, while the physical act of writing seems to unlock different thinking pathways. Now, let's translate this science into practical strategies you can use immediately for students. Try a hybrid approach. Take brief handwritten notes during lectures, focusing on key concepts and personal thoughts. Later, expand these notes by hand, adding details and connections. This two-stage process maximizes comprehension and retention. When studying, rewrite key concepts by hand rather than rereading typed notes. Handwriting forces deeper information processing. Create hand-drawn concept maps showing idea relationships. The spatial arrangement creates additional memory pathways. For professionals, start meetings with 5 minutes of silent handwritten brainstorming before discussion. This often generates more diverse, creative solutions. Keep a handwritten idea journal for daily thoughts and observations. The physical writing often triggers insights that typing wouldn't. For complex problems, try handwritten analysis. Write the problem, causes, and solutions by hand. The slower pace encourages deeper thinking and reveals solutions rapid typing might miss. In daily life, write goals by hand. Research shows handwritten goals are 42% more likely to be achieved. Keep a handwritten gratitude journal. Writing positive thoughts enhances psychological benefits. Use handwriting for important communications, like thank you notes. Recipients feel the extra thought and care you invested. The tools you choose significantly impact handwriting's cognitive benefits. Research shows fountain pens engage the motor cortex more intensely than ballpoint pens due to required pressure control and variable line weights. This creates haptic learning. Learning through touch feedback. Gel pens and felt tip markers provide smooth writing with good tactile feedback as a middle ground. Paper selection matters too. Studies indicate textured paper engages the sensory cortex more than smooth paper. Lined paper helps with letter formation and spacing, enhancing motor learning. Graph paper excels for concept maps and diagrams, as grids encourage spatial thinking. Proper posture affects both comfort and cognitive engagement. Sit straight with feet flat, keep your writing arm relaxed, and angle the paper slightly. Good posture ensures proper brain blood flow and reduces fatigue during longer sessions. Start with just 10 minutes daily, morning pages with stream of consciousness, thoughts, or evening reflections. Gradually increase time as handwriting becomes automatic. For digital integration, try this hybrid approach. Handwrite first drafts of important emails or documents, then type final versions. Use handwritten planning for digital projects. Take handwritten notes during video calls, then create typed summaries. This combination provides handwriting's cognitive benefits while maintaining digital convenience. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Not all research points in the same direction, and it's important to understand the full picture. Some studies have found that typing can be faster for capturing large amounts of information, which might be beneficial in certain learning situations. People with dysgraphia or other motor control challenges might find typing more accessible and less frustrating than handwriting. The key is recognizing that different tasks might benefit from different approaches for rapid information capture. Typing might be superior. For deep learning and creative thinking, handwriting appears to have significant advantages. Age is also a factor. Children who are still developing fine motor skills might experience different benefits than adults with fully developed motor control. Cultural factors matter too. People who grew up writing in character-based languages like Chinese or Japanese might experience different benefits than those who learned alphabet-based writing systems. The research is still evolving, and we're learning more about individual differences in how people respond to handwriting versus typing. Modern life presents real challenges to incorporating more handwriting. Time pressure, the need for digital sharing, and simple convenience all favor typing. The goal isn't to abandon digital tools entirely, but to strategically use handwriting when cognitive benefits are most important for learning, creativity, problem-solving, and meaningful communication. Future research is exploring fascinating questions. How do different handwriting styles affect cognition? What's the optimal balance between handwriting and typing? How might new technologies like digital pens that capture handwriting electronically compare to traditional pen and paper? As our understanding grows, we'll likely develop even more sophisticated strategies for optimizing our cognitive tools. Let me share inspiring real-world examples of people who've harnessed handwriting's power. Sarah, a medical student struggling with massive information loads, switched from typed to handwritten study materials. Her test scores improved 15%, and she felt more confident and less stressed during exams. The physical writing helped create stronger memories of complex medical terminology. Richard Branson famously carries notebooks everywhere, handwriting ideas, plans, and observations. He credits this practice with developing many successful Virgin Group business concepts. Bill Gates takes handwritten notes during important meetings, saying writing helps him think more clearly about complex problems. J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book entirely by hand, and many authors continue handwriting first drafts, claiming it connects them deeper to their creative process. Our previous video viewers shared remarkable success stories. Mark, a software engineer, started handwriting daily goals and achieved them more consistently than with digital task lists. Lisa, a teacher, began taking handwritten notes during professional development and implemented new classroom strategies more effectively. These aren't isolated cases, they represent growing recognition that in our rush to digitize everything, we might have overlooked one of our most powerful cognitive tools. Let me consolidate the most important findings for you. First, handwriting activates multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating stronger neural pathways than typing. This isn't just about memory, it's about fundamentally different ways of processing information. Second, the physical act of forming letters by hand creates what scientists call embodied learning. Your body and brain work together to encode information more deeply and durably. Third, handwriting's slower pace allows for deeper processing and creative thinking. While typing captures thoughts quickly, handwriting gives your brain time to make connections and generate insights. The timeline for seeing benefits is encouraging. Most people notice improved focus and retention within just a few days of incorporating regular handwriting practice. Significant cognitive improvements typically appear within 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice. Here's a simple way to remember the key benefits. Handwriting helps you think better, remember more, and create freely. Think of handwriting as a gym. Work out for your brain, The more you practice, the stronger your cognitive muscles become. The beautiful thing about this research is that you don't need expensive equipment or complex training, just a pen, paper, and the willingness to slow down and engage your brain in this powerful way. Right now, I want you to pause this video and try something with me. Grab a pen and paper, yes, right now, and handwrite 3 key insights you've gained from this video. Don't just think about them, physically write them down. Notice how the act of writing helps you process and organize these ideas. This is your brain creating those stronger neural pathways we've been discussing. Ready for a bigger challenge? Join our 21-day handwriting challenge. Every day, spend just 10 minutes writing by hand. It could be journaling, note-taking, goal-setting, or creative writing. Share your experience in the comments below. Use the hashtag handwriting challenge so we can follow your journey and celebrate your progress. I'm genuinely curious about your relationship with handwriting. When was the last time you wrote something meaningful by hand? What was that experience like? Have you noticed differences in how you think or remember when writing versus typing? Share your stories in the comments. Your experience might inspire someone else to rediscover the power of pen and paper. What aspect of handwriting and brain science would you like me to explore next? Should we dive deeper into specific techniques for different professions? Would you like to see more about the creativity connection? Or are you interested in the research about handwriting and emotional well-being? Let me know what questions you have. If this scientific evidence has opened your eyes to the incredible potential hiding in something as simple as picking up a pen, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're just getting started exploring the fascinating world of brain optimization and cognitive enhancement. Your like helps more people discover these life-changing insights. Imagine if everyone understood how to unlock their brain's hidden potential. Share this video with students, professionals, parents, or anyone who wants to think more clearly and remember more effectively. Next week, we're diving deep into specific handwriting techniques that maximize cognitive benefits, from the optimal pen grip for brain activation to advanced note-taking systems that supercharge learning and creativity. You won't want to miss it. Until then, grab that pen and start experiencing the remarkable power of handwriting for yourself.